Hi, everybody. It is Friday, November 14th, a rainy day in Los Angeles. Finally, we've needed rain so bad here, and there's a pretty decent rain coming through. I'm not sure how long it's going to go on. I always thought that, the best thing they could do for weather people that are predicting the weather is give them an office with a window rather than a computer. Because you hear sometimes they're talking about what's happening, and you look outside and you go, maybe go outside and take a look. It's not really quite what's going on. But we'll see what happens with this. But right now, it's just, it's really great. I got a lot of work done around the yard yesterday anticipating this. So this just is so good for, especially the deep soaking things that the sprinklers don't take care of, like the trees and all of that, that really can use some groundwater, building up. So that's that. Finished another song for some people, and they just said, "We got one more. Would you be willing to do it?" I wrote back, said, "Sure, let's do it." I'm going to do another comparison. Now, the last thing I posted was an album by Hiroshi Shinkawa, and one of the songs that we recorded on that was "Under the Jamaican Moon," and I played that for you the other day. And then I was digging around and I found that I had also recorded this song with Leah Kunkel. So I'm going to do a comparison on how we had to approach these two things completely differently. So I'm going to read you a little bit about Leah, though. I've talked about Leah in the past, and I've played a few things, but it's fun to do these comparisons. I have another one that I might do tomorrow that I found, which was really interesting. But here we go. Leah Kunkel, who's name was actually Leah Cohen, is an American singer and attorney. She was the younger sister of the acclaimed artist Cass Elliot of the Mamas and Papas. Leah Cohen was born June 15th, 1948. She was the younger sister of Cass Elliot, best known as a member of the folk rock group The Mamas and the Papas. After being signed to Dunhill Records, Kunkel recorded her first record, Billy, under the name Cotton Candy. She performed with a few bands and continued to grow as a singer and songwriter. In 1972, she sang the counter melody from Silver Lake on Jackson Browne's debut album. Following additional session work with Stephen Bishop, Carly Simon, and Arlo Guthrie in the early 70s, Kunkel appeared on James Taylor's 1977 album, JT. That same year, she appeared on Art Garfunkel's album, Watermark. Garfunkel relied on her vocal harmonies for his subsequent albums, Fate for Breakfast, Scissor Cut, and Lefty. And he became somewhat of a mentor to her, helping her get a recording contract with Columbia Records in 1979. In 1979, she released her first album on Columbia, which featured several of her own compositions. The self-titled album produced one single, Step Right Up. The following year, she released her second solo album for Columbia, I Run With Trouble. In 1980, Kunkel teamed up with Marty Gwynn to form the Coyote Sisters. In 1984, they released their first album, The Coyote Sisters, on Lorimar Records. The follow-up album, Women and Other Visions, was released in 2001. The Coyote Sisters continued to perform with Kunkel, who also continued to appear as a solo artist. Kunkel attended Smith College, graduating in 1988, and the Western New England School of Law. She was in private practice for over 25 years, licensed in Massachusetts. She concentrated her practice in entertainment law, but worked in adolescent law and served as an adjunct professor at Western New England School of Law. She also worked with the ACLU. In 1968, she married American drummer and record producer Russ Kunkel. Following her sister Cass's death in 1974, Kunkel was given custody of Cass's daughter, Owen. She and Russ Kunkel also raised their own son, Nathaniel, who became an Emmy Award-winning sound engineer. Leah and Russ divorced in the 80s. She died of cancer in 2024 at the age of 76. I was heartbroken when Leah died. Leah was a trip. She was such a great person, such a great hang, and we stayed in touch over all the years. But she was really beautiful singer-writer. It was interesting that she had her music career and also her law career. So she was a double duty out there. So I'm going to play these for you just to show you the different approach that we had to take on these. Give me 1 second here. I'll get rid of one page here. And on this one, well, let me go ahead and do Hiroshi's version that I played the other day. And I gave a whole description of the players and everything on that one. So that one is covered. And then I'll do the one we did with Leah just to show you a different approach to the same song. So here we go. Here's Hiroshi Shinkawa's Under the Jamaican Moon. Downbeat. Hiroshi Shinkawa, Under the Jamaican Moon. Now, I'll go back to this was much earlier. We did this in 1979 on Leah Kunkel's self-titled album. And on this one, it's Stephen Bishop, who's one of the writers on this along with Leah. Stephen Bishop on acoustic guitar. Background vocals are Penny Nichols and Stephen Bishop, myself on bass, Russ Kunkel on drums, Dan Dugmore and Steve Lukather on electric guitar, John Jarvis on piano, Lenny Castro on percussion, and Joe Farrell on saxophone. So let me go ahead and play you Under the Jamaican Moon that we did with Leah Kunkel. Ooh. So you have one version instrumental, you have one vocal, little different years, different approach. Leah's was produced and engineered by the great Val Garay. Co-production on it was with Russ. Let me see if we've got studio where we did this. It would either Sound Factory or Record One, I'm sure. that was Val. So that's that for today. I'm gonna go check on the boys and see how they're doing, and enjoy just this kind of wet, lovely fall day out here. Leaves are changing on the trees. The thing is, like people talk about, oh, we miss the seasons. I'm so close to the seasons. All I have to do is drive up Angeles Crest Highway. I can be in the snow. I can drive down to the beach. And if you plant properly, I've got most of the greenery on my property changes colors, and all the trees drop their leaves. The house is covered with a vine that goes from green to yellows to purples and then drops all the leaves and stuff. So it feels very East Coasty in its own way, which I really enjoy. Makes for a lot more cleanup, but what the hell? I've got nothing but cleanup time. So take good care. Have a great day. I will be back tomorrow, and just enjoy. Okay.